Welcome to Khetz Tutorials, and in this video, I'll be doing question 72 from 1.5 exercises in James Stewart calculus. So asked to simplify this, let's let theta equals arc cosine x. So arc cosine of x is the same as this thing, just that they wrote it in words, I guess. And if theta is this, then that means that cosine of theta is x. So if you have theta equals to arc cosine of x, your cosine of x, finding the cosine of both sides, leaves you with this. So you now know two things. You know that theta is arc cosine. That's what we assigned ourselves. So in here, you can convert this to sine 2 theta. And we know that cosine of theta is x. And remember that your cosine is x over r. This is x over 1. So your x is x and your r is 1. And now that we know that this is sine 2 theta based on our substitution, we have to find it and simplify it. Remember that your sine, and especially this one, or let's look at the double angle identity first, it works out to this. And now we have a sine theta over there, and your sine theta is y over r. Your cosine theta is already given, it's just x. So our task now is to find y so that we can substitute our y over r, and we already have our x over r, which is just x. That'll be the final answer. So let's find y, and we're going to use the Pythagoras theorem to find it. And our y will be r squared minus x squared. Our r is 1 based on that, and our x is just x, so we're going to square it. So our y would be plus or minus square root of 1 minus x squared, and if you take the positive 1, we can then substitute it in here. So now sine theta, which is y over r, is square root of 1 minus x squared over 1. And if you multiply everything, we're going to get 2x square root of 1 minus x squared. So you just had to make this substitution, or any other angle. You could have called it anything, alpha, beta, whatever you want. And this part is very important because it gives you the relationship between your coordinates or your variables. You now have your x over r, and you can now find y over r after expanding your double angle identity. Then we found the y, substituted it in here, and y over r, and this is x over r. And when we multiply everything, we're just going to have 2x square root of 1 minus x squared.